What makes life meaningful? What gives your life its meaning? What gives your life its joy? There's a lot of times you see people going around asking older people, what would you tell your younger self? I would tell my younger self, I hear all the time, that I wish I'd focused more on love, that I wouldn't have focused so much on what the outside world was doing, what I needed to achieve in career and money and things, but rather had the experience of love more. Those are the memories. Those are memories that are etched into the core of our heart, those memories of love. And the key thing is, a lot of religions say, you got to love God first. Well, to love God first, don't you have to love yourself first? Because aren't you the expression of the God? Aren't you the individualization of God? Aren't you created out of God's stuff? Think about it. If there is this thing we call God, it's not a being, it's a consciousness, it's an awareness. And if it created you out of what? Itself. There was nothing else to create from because it's infinite. Ergo, you were created out of the infinite, by the infinite, consciously. Therefore, to not love yourself, to not accept yourself, you could not love God, you could not love anything else, and you could not love life. So I always talk about this set agape. Everything begins and ends with you. Self-love begins and ends all of the journey. The more you're able to accept yourself, to see your wholeness, be aware of your wholeness, the more you can see it in another. But there's an illusion out there. There's an illusion out there that someone else will complete you. And you know what? That's empty. Because after a while, when that infatuation wears off, and rest assured, it does. And you know what I'm saying. When that infatuation wears off, then you're looking for the next person to fulfill that void that no person on the planet can fill. I'm in my 52nd year of marriage. I went through that. I almost got divorced because I thought I didn't feel it on the out from my wife. And yet my wife was giving me everything. I thought I could find it in another person. And thankfully I came to the realization that was not the reality. The love I feel is a love I'm aware of within myself. And then from there, I take that love outward. Why? Because it's only natural. Think about that. If you're self-loving, if you're self-accepting, if you're seeing yourself as whole and perfect, then you have no choice but to see everyone else uniquely accepting and perfect as they are. The key thing there is unique. People are not here to meet up to your expectations. That's the lie. Have you ever tried to change someone? You can't. Hell, I can't even change my puppy. My puppy's got her own way of doing things, and it doesn't matter what I think. And so I have to accept her just like she is. Well, this is you're going to say, why are you making this company? Just like I accept my wife. I accept them differently. One's a puppy, one's a human being. But it's still the same thing. You're accepting them, aren't you? The same thing I accept my sons and my granddaughter. The same way I accept my friends. The same way I accept you. It's the same way I accept myself. Did you really hear what I just said? I can't accept you or anyone else more than I accept myself. The key is, neither can you. So when you start doing the work and you start saying, okay, I'm unique, whole, and perfect, and I'm worthy, now you can see it in others. Now you're on the real journey of life. Now your life is going to have the meaning that you've been seeking. And that meaning comes from within you. It always has. It always will. With that, my beautiful ones, make it a great day. And please, if these messages are serving you, share them however you're watching them, on Facebook, on Instagram, on YouTube, on one of my podcast channels. Share the messages. And please sign up for my weekly newsletter and daily thought. You can get that at agapespiritualcenter.com. Let's spread this message so together we can help awaken people to self-love so that we can live in a world that is more loving. Make it a great day, simply because you can.